Alright guys, so today I'm actually going to do a short video on the, I've actually had a Alpine head unit fitted to my VF HSV R8 Club Sport. It's the iLX-F509a 9-inch screen, which I've decided to have fitted to replace the mylink infotainment system, which has probably had its day. It's never was a fantastic system, quite cumbersome, quite laggy. This unit works beautifully. Once you kind of find your way around it, things like your nav and things like that with the voice command, which the infotainment system had, but again, it just didn't understand after time addresses and things, that you would speak into the system and you end up having to manually type it while you're driving. Bit of a joke. The car looks, so it's 2014 Club Sport, and so system's the same age. It's time for an upgrade, so I went and bit the bullet, and I got this little baby fitted. It actually comes with, as you can see on the box, comes with a Tidal, which is, I have only recently found out, is similar to Spotify. So you can actually log in, download your music. You can actually download lossless files as well, so there's no compression. You don't need to use MP3s or anything like that. If you can find master tracks, what they call master tracks on Tidal, you download those, download them to your phone, and then the unit actually talks to the phone. So your nav, your sat nav, all that stuff all runs off of your phone basically, through the head unit, but using the same apps that you've got on your phone. But it's just so much better. Used it yesterday for the first time, and it was just brilliant. It's a much clearer screen, everything. The infotainment system wasn't bad, but again, it's 10 years old. It's just had its day, and times have changed and things have moved on, and this is a vast improvement on that. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to run you through, we'll go to the car in a sec, and I'll show you, we'll get it started up, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's probably really about it. The thing I was going to say is with the unit, as you'll see anyway in a sec, they actually managed to fit it so that it kind of does protrude a little bit from where the infotainment system used to be, but again, it's like commonly, much like the latest cars these days, Mercedes-Benz, etc., they all have the pronounced head units anyway. So to me, I really like it, and I think it actually looks like it's part of the car. I've had a few people take a second look at it, in driving around the place, and they see in the cars, what the hell's that? The Commodores don't obviously come with them as standard, but again, it looks like it's part of the car, so quite happy with it. So we'll show you some of the features that it's got as best as I know them. I'm still learning my way around it. I've actually had the unit back in a couple of times for the guys, just trying to figure out things like your maps and stuff like that, and how to use it. And even they are kind of scratching their heads trying to, until eventually they figure their way around it. A lot of it's just teething issues, Bluetooth doesn't want to connect, reboot your phone, that sort of stuff, and it generally gets around most issues. But this unit apparently is only fairly recently out, replaces, whatever was the previous one. So there's a 507, I think it was. You could go, I think it was an 11-inch screen that you can go for, but it's to be too big for the VF. It will look like it's out of place, and also it'll block off your air vents, which you don't want, especially in summer. And if you obviously run your heating through it as well, you don't want that heating up the unit. So the 9-inch kind of fits in, as you'll see, fits in quite nicely. So what we'll do is we'll move over to the car. I'll pause the video for a second. We'll move over to the car and we'll have a look, and we'll go into it in a bit of detail. All right, so let's open her up and have a look. I did do a short video earlier today on the sill plates I got fitted. You can see down the bottom light up as you open up the door. Quite nice. And we'll get inside the car. Let's have a look. All right, move my seat back a bit here. Okay, so this is the unit. Obviously, we need to get the accessories on, and I'll shut my door. So it boots up fairly quickly. You get straight into this screen here. Yeah, this will kind of, if you just let it go, it'll generally connect. But the problem with this is I find, and it also does this with the, wants to connect the Alpine knob, which is an optional extra, which I got fitted. So I go yes. It'll do that every time. And you've also just, if you twiggle the thing, that's basically it. That should now connect. If you don't do that, sometimes that doesn't connect. So just one of those things to look out for. And the actual audio Ministry of Bass actually is where I got it, down South Road, Adelaide. Brilliant bunch of guys. They said they actually had a previous customer who said the same things. Why do I have to keep reconnecting the knob? So whether that might be fixed with a future firmware update, I don't know. When I had the unit fitted, first thing I did was look for new firmware, which I found is version 2. I found version 5. So I downloaded that and upgraded it. Said it fixes a few issues with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity, etc. But of course, all that stuff is pretty much problematic anyway. It's just the nature of computers. So, all right. So if we go into here, so once it's waiting for me to connect. So basically, if I hit Wi-Fi setup, so this is what I'm doing at the moment, which is a bit of a pain because I start the car. But then again, if I forget to do this, I find music will just start playing and it's just connected itself. What stops it from doing that automatically is the Bluetooth or the mobile tethering, which is obviously turned off by default as a security issue, obviously by Samsung. So I guess you want to root your phone or something like that. It might be a way around it, but that's not something I want to do. I just bought an S23, and the last thing I want to do is screw that up. So anyway, what we'll do is we go to here. I'll actually hit connect. So it goes connecting. And then I want to find my phone. Now, this is where, again, nothing's going to happen now unless I actually turn on the tethering. So just bear with me for a sec.